Welcome to the first edition of the Vaccination Watchlist. This is the continuation of the Quarantine Watchlist series I've been doing for the past 1 year or so. You can find the entire series with the card I leave up there right now, and all 10 editions are there. Go check that out and let's just get started. I loved Fire at the Maternity Ward, so I went back and watched Thoughts and Prayers. I don't think it's as refined, but it's still pretty fun. Then I got the chance to rewatch Nightcrawler and Whiplash. Good times. The Last Blockbuster on Netflix tells you exactly what you signed up for, documenting the downfall of blockbusters. Max Richter's Sleep gave me a sense of hope in humanity again, even though it's just a little bit. Kiki's delivery service was cute. The reference at the end is quite surprising to me. I watched Loving Vincent, The Impossible Dream, because I was just stunned by the technicality behind that actual film, and I need to rewatch On the Waterfront to give any thoughts on it. The filmmaking is incredible though. For a guy who has been into this whole thing since he was a kid, this one does feel a little thin and rushed. I remember watching this as a kid and it made such an impression on me. I just had to watch it as an adult, and yes, broken friendships thing traumatized me. The new normal, while I'll appreciate and respect the intent behind a doc like this, the filmmaking I thought is pretty much incompetent. Frozen was a good, trashy B-movie that you can kick back to with friends. It's not necessarily a bad thing. I loved Dave Made a Maze. I almost made a video about this, but if you like small indies that have a tight budget but with fantastic creativity, this one is for you. Whoever named The Road should be executed, because the film is way more interesting than The Road. You don't have to like the script, you don't even have to like the story, but the filmmaking of Moulin Rouge is top notch. Poseidon was okay, it's just kinda intentionally funny and generic. The poster is fucking cool though, it's kinda why I watched it. I don't know about you, but Seven Psychopaths is right up my alley. This kind of self-aware, nonsensical script I really love. Amanda Knox is another documentary that's just pretty fucking weird. I really love the score and the voice work on Rango, but the character design just kinda creeped me out a little. The Secret of Kells I thought was a good stepping stone for the cartoon salon in their early ages, that is. Lord of War was actually really good, well paced, well earned, and one of the best opening sequences I've probably seen. Paris, Texas reminded me just how much I love film and filmmaking. I would probably cut out a scene or two though. Mississippi Grind was kinda unique, but I'm a bit unsure about the character work in general. Sex Explained on Netflix, I watched this. The Squid and the Whale was very good. Baumbach's movies are not flashy at all, and they're all character work. Longshot is one of those docs that is just pretty fucking insane. The island president follows the president of the Maldives and his battle against climate change. Behind the Curve is hilarious and extremely sad at the same time. Go figure out why yourself. Roll Red Roll is the reason why none of us can have nice things in the world. The Pixar Story gave me a better understanding of the rise of Pixar as an animation company. White Boy can work pretty well as a companion piece for the narrative feature White Boy Rick. Whitney Cummings' Can I Touch It is pretty chill. I enjoyed the time. Deepsea Challenge on YouTube tells you that James Cameron is making 5 Avatar movies just to make that extra tip for his deep sea exploration projects. I feel like Ronny Chung's Asian Comedian Destroys America was stretched to the max, where nothing is funny anymore. Our Planet on Netflix is amazing. Go see it, please. The Invasion is hyper focused. There are moments that are just what the fuck though. Battle Los Angeles was better than I thought, I'm gonna be honest. Cheesy, yes. Effective, yes. I also watched Coronavirus Explained because why not? 76 Days, a documentary shot at Wuhan during the breakout. It's quite heart-wrenching and terrifying. Some say it shows the difference between collectivism and individualism, which I think is quite interesting. Team America, World Police, America, fuck yeah. I'm quite split about the Discovery. On one hand, I loved it. On the other hand, I thought it just kind of dumb. Spiral, the 2019 one, you've definitely seen movies of the like. Imagination. There's not a number that can accurately represent Dazed and Confused. Alright. I think there's a lot to love about Contact, but I feel a little anticlimactic about the whole thing after everything is said and done. The Experiment from 2001, another Stanford prison experiment movie. There's a lot of things that I'm just not buying from this plot-wise. Downfall, another Oliver Hirschbiegel film, I think that's how you pronounce it, and it's really impressive. Not a character-based movie at all. Just a warning, you're definitely watching this one from a third perspective all the way throughout. American Pie is just not it. Nope. Thank you. West Side Story would never exist if they just made love to each other and kiss each other. 13 minutes, I know this one didn't get a good rep, but I thought it's very effective. I was really invested. If I watched this before all this shit happened, I might end up liking this one, to be honest. Mid-90s rewatch made me like it a lot more. Lady Bird rewatch depressed me, to be honest. Legally Blonde is cinema to me. I wasn't sure about Superbad at the start, but the longer it went on, the more I appreciated it. If they can avoid cliches and sticky cliche Hollywood moments, this one would just be great. When I see a Baumbach film, I'm not seeing characters, I'm seeing thoughts, memories, and people, and kicking and screaming is great at that. Population Zero has a promising premise and a different approach to the designing principle, but it fell apart very quickly towards the end. The voiceover in Mr. Jealousy can be cut, I think, simply put. Greenberg was a bit unlikable, but I think it's still a good film. It's still Baumbach being Baumbach. I really want to rewatch Francis Ha in the future because this might be my favorite of his with subsequent viewing. Say what you want about this, I liked it. Every emotional beat in Collective Invention was so not earned. There's no punch to anything at all. And at the end, Margot at the wedding, I'm feeling is just not at the level of his other films. I was bored for the first time watching his movie, so there's that. And that's everything that I watched that isn't a new release since the last watch list video. Thank you so much for watching, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.